Hey, what's going on, Tyler? So as you can see, here we are in my warehouse with the FJ. So I have not started it yet. I've got my trusty little scanner right here. Before we start it, I'm going to go ahead and show you that all monitors are ready for this vehicle to pass emissions, so there's not any problems there. And then we'll start it up, do the cold start, walk around for you as you requested. I'll pull it outside, show you some things on the exterior undercarriage and things that we've talked about, and then take it on a quick drive and forward this your way. So let me spin this around, and we will get this going. Try to find this thing. Let me start it before it. So if you're not familiar, these monitors monitor different systems on all vehicles. So, you know, as you see right there, those little green dots, you see like misfire, fuel, catalytic converter, evap, secondary air injection, O2 sensors, heater, EGR, all of that's emissions related. So let's just say, for instance, there was a problem, you would see those green dots would be red. And they would not be ready to test. As you see, there's no powertrain DTCs or freeze frame data. So there's not any problems with the vehicle. It's ready for emissions. So we will start it up. And as you can see, it is ice cold. All right, so we will pull it outside. Let me unhook this. Definitely not making that. There's our backup camera. All right, so I'm gonna pop the hood again. Nice thing about these FJs, they don't do this on all Toyota models, but they were still doing it on the FJs up until the end of the run in 2014. All these panels are gonna be VIN stamped. So as you see there, you got a VIN sticker, and the reason I show you this is to let you know that all the panels on this car are original. So the VIN number ends in 604. We got one on the hood. We got one on the fender. And we got one on the left fender as well. And I'll continue walking around and showing you all that. But for the time being, based on our conversation yesterday, man, not much has changed. This thing's in great shape. Does not show the miles at all. One owner vehicle, great service history. I mean, just look up under here. Normally you would see road rash, rock chips, things like that, but you just don't see any of that on this car. It was very well maintained and it's very obvious. Hood's in great shape. Same thing with all the plastics. I'm not sure what you were asking about the fender well, but let me get in here for you. Everything looks nice and normal in there. Sliders are in great shape, not bent up, not dented up. Same thing with all the trim. The trim's in nice shape. Again, there's your fender well. Hopefully I'm showing what you were asking for. Do have a little minor 2 spots right here. Both have been touched up, but again, pretty minor. Standing back, I mean, 5 feet away, you can't even see it. And you do have a couple spots right here on this right side bumper. If you're not familiar, these are replaceable and they're very inexpensive. Most people will replace them with black bumpers to kind of make it look like a trail. This cargo area, again, if you're not familiar, FJs get destroyed back here when people use them. Obviously all this is plastic and it's in really nice shape. Headliner's in great shape, no tears, nothing like that going on. Same thing with our plastic trim right here. Looks really nice. So while this is open, there's your sticker for your rear door ending in 604 as it should. And we'll go back around the doors here in just a second. Much the same over here as the other side. Sliders are in great shape. I mean, look at that. It's really, really nice car. Again, does not show the miles. I know that it's hard to believe, but everything looks nice and normal right there. Wheels and tires are in great shape. There's no curbing, nothing like that going on. Plenty of life left on the tires. So there's our door sticker ending in 604 for the right front door. And here's the rear door sticker. And I wonder, yeah, the quarter panel sticker is right there. So we've got everything on this side. We'll go back to the other side and do that. But I mean, look at the kick plates right here. Seats look awesome. Same thing with our door panels. There's our door sticker ending in 604. Rear door sticker ending in 604. And there's our quarter panel sticker ending in 604. So again, as you know, all the panels on this car are original. There's not any paint work on this car. Super nice car. Look at the floor right here. This is another area that gets really scratched and scuffed up, and look how nice it looks. Look at our kick plates again, right along here. Really, really good condition. Driver's seat's in great shape. Door panel looks really nice. Alright, so we will check out the undercarriage real quick. Looks really good. Looks how you want it to look. No rust. CV axle and power steering racks look great. Got our Bilsteins up here. And same thing over here. CV axles and steering rack look great. Good to go. So let me turn on these lights. You asked about LED. I wanted to tell you no last night, but I at least wanted to get in here and make sure that what I was telling you was accurate. So they did put, as you see, you do have some aftermarket. I'm trying to look at the bulb. Yes, those are LED bulbs. You're not going to be able to see them, but they are LED bulbs in the headlights. All the lights do work. The center lights obviously are halogen, and then the lights up here, those are halogen as well, easily changeable. And then your tail lights back here, those are going to be LED, other than the turn signal bulb that's in there. But the actual running part itself is going to be LED. And one thing I didn't look at was the roof. So let me hop up there. Oh, Lord. Hopefully I don't fall. Looks really nice up here. Obviously with this massive roof rack, it's kind of hard to do any damage. But nonetheless, it's not faded, not peeling, none of that stuff that you typically sometimes will see on these. So let me shut this door and we will take it for a spin. Good looking FJ. All right, so we're now up to temperature, as you can see. Tire pressure light is on, and that's how it's going to be sold. I have not diagnosed it. That's not something I typically look into. To me, it's one of those things that, yes, it's probably got a sensor somewhere. I know the pressures are set because we had it at Toyota, and I know they set the pressures. But so I'm going to go ahead and assume that it needs a sensor somewhere. But in my experience, you replace all of them at one time, or you do none of them at all. So that is how that's going to be. And you can tell me if I'm off, but I see it on your face. Radio's good. Air blows nice and hard. We can select where we want it to go on the floor. All right, so here we go. tires on this, I can tell you, obviously I've driven this car before. This isn't the first time I've driven it, but the tires on this thing are very quiet. I'm sure if you're familiar, you know, some of the mud terrains and all terrains, they can get pretty noisy, especially if they haven't been rotated properly and they're cupping or whatever the case might be, but not the case, excuse me, not the case here. Brakes. Steering wheel's not moving at all. Brakes feel great. So again, no tire noise, no wheel bearing noise, no rear differential noise. Everything sounds really good and normal as it should. Brakes, again, feel great getting on them. Again, our backup camera works as it should. And so that's it, man. So I hope that's kind of what you were looking for there on this FJ. So I will be sending this here to you momentarily, and just stay in touch. And if you need anything else, obviously, you know how to get me. Talk to you soon.